This is Mr. Desmarais, and this is your ACT practice for English this week. First off, I'd like to say I miss you guys greatly. You guys were awesome last year, and I hope you guys are doing well this year as juniors, and that you are taking this stuff kind of serious, because it's going to be very important for a lot of you in what you do next year and the year after and the year after and the year after and the year after, forever and ever and ever. So I'll just keep this quick. I know you got a lot to do probably in advisory. So what I want to do today is just take a look at the ACT writing practice. If you remember, you've done this many a time, so this should be a quick review. On the ACT, you will have part of your English portion will be a writing test, and you will be doing a persuasive essay, just like we've been practicing for so long. So a couple things to remember is make sure it's a good 5-6 paragraph essay. Make sure that you take your time, but also use your time wisely. If you only have 30 minutes, that's kind of a short time to do this in. So bear with me. Let's go over and look at a writing prompt. Remember the format that it will be in. I'll go ahead and go over the directions with you. I know you've seen it before, so bear with me. And then we'll go ahead and look at a prompt, and you're not going to make you write one today, but we can do some pre-writing today to get ready for one of the tests. So bear with me. Here we go. This is what the directions will look like. It'll say this. This is a test of your writing skills. You will have 30 minutes to write an essay in English. Before you begin planning and writing your essay, read the writing prompt carefully to understand exactly what you are being asked to do. Your essay will be evaluated on the evidence it provides of your ability to express judgments by taking a position on the issue in the writing prompt, to develop a position by using logical reasoning, and by supporting your ideas, to organize ideas in a logical way, and to use language clearly and effectively according to the conventions of standard written English. You may use a blank piece of paper to plan your essay. That will be provided in your test booklet. This page will not be scored. You must write your essay in pencil on the lined pages. Your writing on the lined pages will be scored. If you finish before time is called, you may review your work. Lay your pencil down immediately when time is called. Okay, so let's look at some of these directions, a few things that might be important to you when you're taking this. Okay, make sure, one part I see, it mentions to read the writing prompt carefully. That's very important. We will go ahead and take a look at one here in a minute, but make sure you know what you're being asked to do. And then in here it tells us what you will be evaluated on, okay? And the first thing is your ability to express judgments, one, by taking a position on the writing prompt. I'm trying to do this alone, so bear with me if I'm all over the place. So that's one. Okay. Second thing you need to be able to do is develop a position by using logical reasoning and by supporting your ideas. Okay, so that you can develop your position. And lastly, a couple things, to organize your ideas in a logical way. That's number 3. And to use language clearly and effectively according to the conventions of standard written English. Okay, so those 4 things right there that we talked about, what you'd be evaluated on. We covered that last year, so make sure you keep that in mind. Now let's take a look at the writing prompt. This one, you guys may have written about this one before. I can't remember. I just picked a one because a lot of them are set up the same way. You guys have seen these for so long since, 7th grade? So you've seen these 3, 9, 12, at least 15, 20 times, and you should be ready to go on these. So this one you may have had before. Let's take a look at it. It says this. Many people across the world have a Facebook account. People from all ages have joined the social network. Many people believe that minors, people under the age of 18, should not be allowed to have a Facebook account because it's not safe. Some people argue that you should be able to have a Facebook account regardless of your age because you're responsible enough to handle it. In your opinion, should everyone, regardless of their age, be allowed to have a Facebook account? Okay, so here we go. First thing we have to focus on here is the topic, okay? Facebook, okay? Facebook and social networks. Okay, remember, when they say Facebook, that doesn't mean just Facebook. It can be other social networks. So think about what the topic is, whether it's bullying in schools, whether it's whether or not schools should allow cell phones, things like that. Make sure you understand what they're asking you. And then what they always do, if you see in the prompt, they give you both sides, okay? And they're going to show you both sides. Many people believe, ... and then some people argue that, ... So you see that they're actually giving you the two sides for you to choose from. Now, I had this issue this year in class. Let me go to the question. In your opinion, should everyone, regardless of their age, be allowed to have a Facebook account? So that right there is the question you're answering. Okay, that needs to be the focus of your paper. You need to have a clear position. Let's go back up here. Be able to take a position, use logical reason and support your ideas, organize it properly, and use language properly. So back to the question. I had this year where a girl, she was like, well, I don't care which way it goes. It doesn't matter to me. I said, well, that's fine. You're not being judged on what your opinion is. What are you being judged on? And so we go back to what we're being evaluated on. We're being evaluated on your ability to express judgments by taking a position on the issue in the writing prompt. Now, this girl who sat there for 45 minutes I gave in class, she got a 0, and she really struggled because she said she didn't care one way or the other. Well, you know what? They don't care that you don't care one way or the other. They want to see that you can take a position and that you can support it. So whichever one you choose, whichever way you go with here is fine, but you have to take a position and you have to support it. Now let's go down here. What else does it say? In your essay, take a position on this question. You may write about either one of the 2 points of view given, or you may present a different point of view on this question. Use specific reasons and examples to support your position. Okay? Now, remember what we talked about here. Okay, it's good to do a little pre-writing, and we'll go over some pre-writing strategies in the next session. But right now, we got a good feel for the question. We know what we're being evaluated on. We can see both sides. We know the topic, as well as both sides of the issue. And lastly, what the question is. Okay, so last thing I want to make sure we talk about is that you are able to take a position on this question. So you're either yes, you're either no, or you're something new. Okay, because you can present a different point of view on this. So maybe a different point of view might be, for this question, maybe certain social medias, or there should be age restrictions, but it shouldn't be 18, anything like that. So I hope you remember all this stuff. Make sure you analyze the writing question in depth before you do it. We're going to talk next time about pre-writing. And then after that, we're going to talk about the time frame and how to pace yourself. And lastly, we're going to go ahead and do some practice setting these up. Okay, so hope I wasn't too boring today, guys. Like I said, I missed you. You guys are doing a great job. Keep up the good work. Have a good day.